Law of Detachment. The Law of Detachment. Welcome, beloved souls. Welcome back to the sacred space. Today, we open the door to a divine law that frees the spirit, lightens the heart, and strengthens our faith. It is the law of detachment. This law is not about losing or abandonment or abandoning. It is about trusting and releasing and letting go and allowing the Lord's Almighty, God's perfect order to flow into our lives. Let's take a breath. Inhale peace, love, gratitude, thankfulness. Exhale control. Exhale control. And let us enter together into the wisdom of detachment. The law of detachment teaches that in order to receive, we must let go. We must let go of things, clutter, just let go of anything that we're not using, but to detach and to let go of things that's clinging to our hands. Detachment is freedom from control over outcomes. To be controlled over the outcome as to what we think, which is anxiety. Detachment is trusting the unseen hand of the Lord Almighty God to bring forth what is meant for us. Detachment is inner stillness, not passivity, but confident faith. Confident faith. Think of relationships, love that clings often strangles, but love that breathes creates space for growth. It creates space for growth when you let a relationship breathe. Think of money when you chase it desperately, it runs. But when you move in purpose, it flows. Think of dreams. When you grip them with fear, they slip away. But when you sow the seed and release, the harvest appear. It's like whenever you get rid of stuff, things just automatically appear. And that's a perfect example of the law of giving and receiving. At the highest level, detachment is union with the Lord Almighty God's will. The Lord's will. Attachment comes from fear. What if I lose? What if I lose? What if you don't lose? What if it doesn't happen? We can't think about the if because that is doubt, and we bind the spirit of doubt right now in every shape, form, and fashion as we step into our imagination and we see it and we feel it. But attachment is when you hold on to these expectations of what you can lose and what may not happen. But detachment comes from faith. Faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. What is mine cannot be missed. What is mine cannot be missed. What is yours cannot be missed. What belongs to you is yours. What is mine will stay. And what is not mine will not stay. Detachment is, it's not indifference. It is holy confidence. Detachment, to detached. It is the knowing that the divine creative order of all things in our time is in control. It is living in divine flow, not fighting against the current, to move with the current. The Bible is rich with detachment. Psalms 43 verse 10, be still and know that I am God. Detachment is the stillness of the soul that trusts God's movement. 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 7, cast all your cares upon him, for he cares for you. Casting your cares and your concerns means releasing that tight grip of anxieties, of what if, and illusions, basically. Ecclesiastic 3, chapter 1, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under heaven. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under heaven. Detachment honors divine timing. The parable of Abraham and Isaac. Abraham showed the deepest detachment. He trusted God even in the wilderness and the willingness to sacrifice his beloved son. In that detachment, provision appeared. The story of Job. Job lost all and everything. He lost everything. Yet said, "The Lord gave and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord." His detachment was not from love, but from control. His detachment was not from love, but from control. And the Lord restored him. Nature teaches detachment. Nature teaches detachment. When you look at nature, because nature is a very good teacher to learn from. Lots of wisdom. The trees let go of its leaves even in autumn, each autumn, trusting spring renewal. The river flows forward, never clinging to one stone. The lotus rises out of the mud, unbound by it being in the mud. Neville Goddard taught, you must plant the seed in imagination and then let it grow in silence. Do not dig it up to see if it has taken root. This is detachment. You divinely create the image, you feel it real, and then you release it. You create the image, you feel it real, and then you release it. This is the seed. Detachment is the proof of faith. If you truly believe in what you imagine, you will never, ever not worry about how or when. You need not worry about how or when. You need not worry about how or when. Neville said, a desire is nothing more than awareness of something not yet seen. To detach is to rest in the awareness that it is already and it already exists. The emerald tablets speak of freedom from bondage. It speaks of freedom from bondage. Release yourself from the chains of matter. Rise from the form into the formless. This is detachment, losing the bonds of control, expectation, and fear. To detach is to master self, to walk as the soul, unbound. All cycles, all tides, all frequency, rhythms, vibrations flow with detachment. I release control and trust in divine order. I cast my cares upon the Lord Almighty God, knowing that He provides. Yaira Ahava. I am not bound by fear. I am free in faith. For faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. What is ours flows to us effortlessly right now. We let go and we let God. We are divinely in complete motion with the alignment of the Lord's will, plans, purposes right now. As we attach, yet we are deeply aligned. Each affirmation is a seed. We speak them daily and watch the fruit appear. Beloved, the law of detachment is not about loss. It is about gain through release. It is a secret, sacred place of peace. The gateways to miracles. The key to freedom. Trusting divine timing, we release our grip and we stand still and know and see the salvation of the Lord Almighty God. To see the manifestation of us planting the seed with our word, watering it with our thoughts, and the will of the Most High. As we walk away from this message, let's carry this truth. Detachment is not the end of our desire. It is the beginning of our fulfillment. Because you have to clean up everything, get rid of everything, so something new can flow in. As a gardener, you have to clean out the bed and clean out the dirt and dig it up, turn it around so something fresh and new can sprout. Fresh. Let's go in peace, go in divine freedom, gratitude, thankfulness, and may the rhythm of divine perfection and divine order guide us always. And so it is. Thank you very much. Thank you for listening. Like, subscribe. Your comments are very much appreciated and welcome. Peace and blessings.